Welcome back to Strategy and Snark. We are now going to the Red Fens. One of 2 episodes dedicated to level 9 in DDO. Of course, we're level 13, so that's what? Already 4 levels over leveled because we're doing every quest as we go. Red Fens is one of these adventure packs that comes with a really big area in addition to the actual quests. House Kandaric has sent us here because they want the supply line, basically. They are... I want to say there's like some pearls. I think it's basically... there's some pearls that... yeah, right here. They want House Kandaric's supply of swamp pearls. That's it. We're sent here because the rich people want the shinies. It's the only reason we're helping this, like, clan. This clan of Drow, I believe? It's the only reason we're helping them. Because the dwarves want the pearls. It's the only reason we know they need help. We're a paladin. We'd help them anyway. And I don't think we bring a single pearl back for the dwarves. Not one. So. Oh, that's an easy one. All 4 of our quests are going to originate from this spot. That one is just, hey, our village is under attack, go help. Very straightforward. There's one called the Claw of Volkur, which is about these Drow in particular worship Volkur. That is the scorpion god, basically. And part of their pilgrimage is whenever the Claw of Volkur appears, all of their people who are prepped for the pilgrimage are supposed to go to the claw. And the claw is literally like claw out of the ground, right? It's a literal thing that they, it's a religious thing for them, but it's also like their rite of passage. It's how they get the favor of their god is successfully getting to the claw. So the claw kind of, my understanding is it purposefully shows up in inconvenient locations. It's first quest, right? Yep. So that's where we're going to go first, because it happens to be the first one on the circle I usually do. Stop hitting me, whatever is behind me. Like, just stop it. Can we see the claw from out here?
Flickering braziers now show that this marks the beginning of the fire giant's territory.
So, the inconvenience that they're having is that it showed up in the fire giant's territory. So we're going to go and provide some assistance to the Drow that are trying to they literally just want to walk past. I am here to help. Right? So they're literally just here on a pilgrimage. Things are obviously going to go south rather quickly. Just going to preemptively fire resist because fire giant caves. Hey, look, a fire giant. Very nice opener. We come in peace. We only seek to go up to the thing that's a god just caused a big hand to show up in your territory, right? And instead of saying, yeah, sure, you can go do your thing, he says, screw you, slaves, and turns them all into scorpions. So we're going to take the lady's staff. We're going to find her. Where'd she go? Where are you at? We're going to pick up all the scorpions. We're supposed to talk to her, but I'm not seeing her. There you are. Hi! Pick up all the people. Don't kill scorpions. There we go. We pick. Come on. Okay, we got everybody.
Good luck.
And boom. I just one-shotted that guy. His other friend should have been like, "Ah!" and run. That's what should have happened. 2 ways to go. I thought it was 2 ways. Apparently it's not. I thought there was a choice of ways to go here. Oh no, it's a good thing I have fire resistance. However would we have known that it was fire damage here? I want to say there's... Yeah. He flips the lever and turns on the fire traps. If you can prevent that... Okay. So, the gimmick in this quest is you step on these buttons, and it points at doors and opens them for you. Remember to pick the staff back up. I knew there was a secret door in here somewhere. I'll take both of their legs out. I must have just missed where you can get into that. I knew there was a secret up there. I am not going to avoid killing the scorpions because I'm bad at it. I'm also not a sneaky character. There's a lot of scorpions. You don't fight as many if you don't, like, annoy them. So, we have to climb to the top, but we also have to open every single door as we go. So, beginning of the quest, just feather fall to the bottom. Just start at the bottom, work your way up. Halfway ignoring these scorpions, halfway killing them. All the way to the bottom, put the thing on the door, and poof! Door opens. There we go. Pick up the staff. If you're sneaky, or you can cast invisibility, or you can do... Or even if you just don't YOLO your way through like I'm doing because Paladin, what you can do is... Well, let's see if I can pull one off. I do have my sneak on here. If I... Yeah, that was never going to work. If you can get onto the little button pad so that she can open the door before... See, the door was already open. If you can do it before the thing notices you, it'll open the door and it won't attack you. Or it might attack you afterwards, but I don't think it matters. That optional, the pacify all the scorpion guardians, that is what they're talking about. Sneak onto all the buttons instead of killing the scorpions. So we're doing a little bit of a jumping section here. I have very low jump, so if I can make it, you can make it.
Iona whispers.
Alright, cleaving our way through here. So there is, so like there's, I'm going to pull her up here. I'm going to sneak. Apparently I missed one. There we go. I'm going to sneak. Let's see if I can just Just
Iona whispers,
not even close. Not even close. I am as stealthy as the average goon. Anyway, we don't even have to use the staff if we kill the guardians, so we can...
Iona whispers,
I'm so not stealthy. The next guardian over was like, hey, guys, come on.
Iona whispers,
I believe you can complete this quest
Iona
with
whispers,
0 monster kills if you are very sneaky. I've never done it. I think the best I've done is like 3. Like, I think my rogue could... Even my rogue could only get like 3. There's a shrine in there. I'm not going to bother stopping. These quests are pretty straightforward if you understand the gimmick. So, you know, this is like a kind of a big vertical maze, but not really. Just if you start at the bottom and just follow the road, you're really just running forward. I do like the colors they have in here, like the extra like green and the crisscrossy platforms. I don't think there are any other quests like this in the game. Like, this is a very unique looking one. So even though the scorpions are a little annoying that they are so quick to spawn... Get out of here, fire giant. These are my caves now. Make sure you tell your hireling to hold still before you try jumping over lava. They have a tendency to try to warp to you mid-jump. So, another climbing section. Some minor jumps and we'll be out of here. Come on, up. Sometimes you can just run up against something and you'll climb up instead of having to jump. Ugh, I'm not confident about... Not confident at all about making that jump. Not even a little bit. Okay, we made it. There we go. If I made it, you can make it. That was a little tighter than I would have liked. Don't forget you can take your armor off. Armor does reduce your jump skill. Especially my heavy armor. I am wearing heavy armor, right? Okay, yeah. Been a while since I looked at my armor. So this is an optional. If you run in there and start taking the treasure, you trigger a bunch of giant skeletons to come and defend the treasure. This is why the fire giant would not let the priestess through. He did not want them disturbing their ancestral burial chamber, which is fair. There is a secret door right here that leads to the end of the quest. If you can't find the secret door, you have to fight the fire giant skeleton boss fight in here. When that's over, this will open up automatically. Oh, come on. Goodbye, scorpions. Door opens and there is the claw. So we stick her staff on the last button. We are now at the very top of that room we started in. And there you go. All of the warriors get turned into Skaro. That's their blessing. She gets nothing. Her god has forsaken her. Not really. Her god's not a nice god. It is one of the evil gods. And he does not appreciate that she asked for help. Those guys didn't ask for the help. Right? She was the leader. She has to take responsibility. You may recognize her. She was one of the prisoners that we rescued back in the White Plume Mountain chain. I want to say it was for trespassing. She was locked up. Something like that. Cultural misunderstanding, I think, was what she said it was. You know, Fishman, I may look alone. Oh, so an interesting thing. If you've completed that quest, these blessed Drow warriors randomly show up in the wilderness and they will assist you in combat because you have completed one of the quests. Like, it's just permanently now a feature of this wilderness that I have. These guys are in random spots and they will help me fight. This is a slightly larger than normal ziggurat. I'd say it's about 1.21 ziggurats. This is where the second quest is. You have to get on here by climbing up these mushrooms, and then we're going to just follow the ramps around until we get to the top. This quest, I didn't actually talk about this one when we picked it up because I was talking about the Claw of Volkur. Some of the Drow have been taken as slaves by the Sahagin. Absolutely a paladin thing. We will go and rescue the slaves and then just mess with the Sahagin because you can do whatever you want to slavers and nobody cares. You know, there's some crimes it's like, alright, well, you know, Aladdin is considered a hero, right? Even though he's a thief. Because people are like, oh, well, you know, he didn't have anything else that he could do, etc., right? So just like stealing is not inherently a blank check to do whatever you want to somebody. But kidnapping people to turn them into slaves? You had to go out of your way to do that. That's not a, oh, I was born into being a slaver. Like, no, you had to go to, like, slaver school and take some, like, night classes about how to kidnap people properly and how to select the right people to throw into slavery. Like, you had to put some work into being a slaver. So in we go to save the slaves. So this is Foxpaw.
Magical barriers enclose this space.
No relation to the other Foxpaw. I think they just used the name twice and forgot. So yes. There is an item called the Planar Fetter here that the Sahagin want the Drow to dig out. Why they don't just dig it out themselves? Like, it seems like it would be easier if your race is strong enough to enslave the other race, you're probably, like, better equipped to just do the digging yourself. Hello. We have freed a captive. There are 6 more, so there's a total of 7 slaves here. I am going to hopefully get them all, but I'm mostly just running forward, killing the things that attack me. You don't have to get them all, but it's an optional. They're all on the way. I don't think you have to go out of your way to get any of them. You just have to remember to stop and talk to him. Like, this guy was kind of around the corner, so he would have been easy to miss. Bonk. sure that there's another one in here.
The bodies of dead Raven-Eye slaves litter the floor. The Sahara are cruel taskmasters.
Guess I'll zoom my camera back out. This guy's a dick right here. The Sahagan Necromancer. He resurrects the slaves they've killed to attack us. That's cold. They work them to death, and then they resurrect them as zombies to keep working them. Especially because they're drowned. I mean, assuming that that is an accurate creature type, that's specifically a zombie of somebody who drowned. So the Sahagan just drowned them? Like, I mean, you can see, they've got magic force field to keep the water out. Did they just forget to pay their magic bill and just like, whoops, killed like half of our slaves? Never mind that it was, you know, the whole point of doing, like, they had to go out of their way, right? They have to go out of their way to raid the Drow village to take these slaves, and then somebody just turns the water on and kills them? Why? I almost ran past that one. I ran past it, what, twice before I noticed it there? I saw this one way up here. Two more. I want to say there was sometimes one back there. I don't know if they're randomly placed or not, but I feel like if they were always in the same spot, I would remember where they are better. There's a captive down there. You can technically get that treasure chest. You can get it later, for sure. But you can get it now if you're got a high enough jump. It's just extra treasure. Well, we only need one more. I don't suppose there's one down there. Yay, there's one down here. Look, we have saved all of them. Then, you know, we beat up whoever these guys are. If you have the spell Dimension Door, you can save some time right here by just casting Dimension Door. I think Strimtom recently did this quest and demonstrated that there's a hireling that also comes with Dimension Door. You cannot cast the Dimension Door underwater. But you can cast it before you get underwater. Because we are turning off. We're turning off the magic. In comes the water. That's why you're supposed to free the slaves first, so that we're not the bad guys. And we're going to swim our way back to the entrance. There's going to be a bunch of sonic traps. I should have cast sonic resistance. Hey, look, we can get a pearl and just never give it to House Kandaric. It's mine now. The swim isn't hard. It's just that there's a bunch of these sonic traps. Lever. I want to say there's a chest if you go this way. I almost never go over here. What is... Yeah. Hello, random chest. Chest is locked. Bunch of bad guys. Goodbye. Man, True Seeing Ring is awesome. I'm quite happy with this True Seeing Ring. Too bad it won't really work in epics. Alright, we're at the halfway point. We got to this shrine earlier. We came around the corner and I checked for survivors there. Now that we have the water, we can actually swim over to this small chest that I couldn't reach before. Prudent 3 hat. I'm never going to use that over my Crown of Summer I have. So, we ran... This is the entrance. We went here, around. Now we gotta go one more little loop down and around. There is not really a lot to miss in this swimming section. I do like the current water physics, like the, not physics, like the reflections and stuff. Like the water looks nice to me. Random mire rat decided that it had a chance against the fully armed and armored dragonborn. Get out of here, rats. Lever, and we are through. There should be some water elementals, which makes way more sense that there would be water elementals attacking us here. And then they actually run away. Thanks for that. And a lever to open another door. And I think we're just about back at the entrance. So again, if you have access to Dimension Door, you have not really missed anything. I do think this is a pretty quest, though. I like the coloring. I like that it's different. Save some slaves. Do a little swim. Kill some fishmen. Fishmen are not smart enough to realize there's a ladder right here. So he moved partially. I think that's where he started. He moved because the Sahagin came while we were gone, right? Chased him up here. Now that we've saved his people, we're going to head up this, not this ladder, up these stairs. And we're going to go find that planar fetter. What's a planar fetter? I believe it is an item that lets you bind an otherworldly entity that would not normally obey you.
Sifts through the remains of a smashed container. The planar fetter is not here.
The planar fetter is not here. Because they've already found it and it's at their base. Gonna beat up this giant mudman. And quest over. Now there is an interesting bonus chest.
And the Sahagin have taken the magical device back to their underwater base.
Let's go ahead and grab our treasure. If you want the bonus treasure, come hit this underwater lever to open the door, and we can go raid the treasury. Make sure you have acid resistance, and ideally freedom of movement. There's only a couple of Sahagin in the way, and we should be able to see the door. So, you can see those gate right there. There's a treasury here.
The Sahagin's treasure guardian relentlessly patrols this massive chamber, made invincible by the muck flowing in through the wall.
So, as the dungeon master said, there's something guarding this treasure. And it's right here. A giant gelatinous cube. It is invulnerable as long as it's running around in its muck. So what we're going to do is we're going to go turn off all these lights, and that's going to basically shut off the muck. Of course it came this way. I want to say on epic mode, or at least harder than normal, there's a bunch of extra traps and stuff. Air traps in particular that will push you into him. If you don't have freedom of movement, you can get up to him and get stuck in him, and you just take acid damage over time, and it sucks. He must have turned left. Yep.
With the wall grates disabled,
there we go. We've disabled the wall grates, and now he is vulnerable. There we go. I made my saves, so we were safe. Take his key, and now we can open the treasure gate. It's very easy to lose that fight if he just paralyzes you and you just constantly take damage until you're dead. Technically, we got some pearls. Not the kind of pearls they were talking about, but we got some pearls. So, we've saved the slaves, stole all of their treasure, flooded half of their place. They can just cast the water spell again, though.
It's clear the fish people are trying to find something inside the ancient structure.
Unfortunately, they already found the thing that they wanted. There we go. I found a way down. Squeeze yourself through some of those gaps and you can just feather fall down instead of having to walk all the way around the way we got up. The last quest is way up and to the left. Yep, so we need to go a little higher. There is like a giant hole in the ground, basically. Like there's a low section, so I don't want to go into that. So I kind of aim a little too high. I want to say it's like right here, that if you just kind of go straight on the map, you end up not where you want to be. And then you have to go all the way out of that little ravine or whatever it is that you're in. Is no good. No good at all. There are these crests scattered about the wilderness. They are for one of the rare encounters. If you bring all three crests to a spot that's really close to where we came in. I think it's like right here, give or take. It will force spawn the rare encounter. You can beat them up, get a chest. My hireling gave up on me because I told it to hold still. Are we going to get it in time before that one expires? Think so. We were within the last 60 seconds of that hireling contract. So this is the Drow village. It doesn't really matter what you say. They will not just leave. This is another wave fight quest. This one, however, is set up knowing it was a wave fight quest. So there's 1, 2, 3 ways that they're going to come in and try to fight the Elder. If the Elder dies, you lose. The Elder's pretty tough, but it is a thing that can happen. You know, so I'm actually going to click on the Elder and hit defend on my hireling. So the hireling is going to specifically pay attention to the Elder. You know, instead of running around and healing me, the hireling is going to heal him. Which really frees me up to just run around and insert sword. Whoop. Oh, come on, I missed, really? I want to say there's 3 waves. Anything special going on? Nope. Alright. So, after wave 1, you need to go and run around and kill the guys who are running around the town and setting charges to blow everything up. Hey you, mage. Come here, so I can stab you. Stop the Sahagan demolition of the village. Are you the ones they're talking about? Probably all of them. Come here, little soldier. Similar to the... Actually, everything in this chain kind of looks unique. Like, these big, big green, like, coral-looking things. Like, I don't think we use those anywhere else. There's a lot of unique visuals in this place. Alright, holding back. Hold back the second wave. Dead, dead. Just hit that guy. Again, there comes a point where the Sahagin should really just be like, huh, maybe we shouldn't just send them in like 6 guys at a time, because they seem to be failing to kill anybody. Granted, half of their guys are like mudmen. If I could make mudmen, I would just randomly send mudmen. Maybe it's like a concentration spell, so they can only make 1 mudman at a time. Bonk. Alright. Wave 2 is down. Gives us a shrine. Which I'm actually going to tell her to use if she will listen. Because we're not going to get another shrine. I mean, there's one in the village if I really need it. That was just to refill her mana so that she has even more pews to pew. Hello, cat. Time limit's not as bad as Devil Assault. Devil Assault's like you gotta use that shrine right away or you run out of time. This one's a lot more lenient, but you should still use the shrine right away if you want it. I believe we have 1 round left. And then the boss spawns. Bonkity bonk. Not a terrible lot to explain for this quest. It's hit the thing. You can buff your little friends here, so like I can cast Bless. They are now all blessed. Haste, if you have it, can also really help them. Alright. 3 waves down. Now the boss is going to pop up and try to taunt us. Right? So Sahagin Necromancer, and this is a neat little gimmick to this quest. Doesn't matter too much, but I like that they did this. All of our Drow, any of our Drow that had died during the first 3 waves, come back as zombies. So there's 1, so at least 1 died.
The drowned zombies collapse as well. The refuge of the ancestors has been saved.
So if you're doing really badly, you might end up even worse off, because all of your defenders who are not helping you anymore because they're dead, now they're undead and they're actively working against you. It's an interesting little punishment at the end. But on the other hand, you know, it could be basically free because, like, you know, in our case, I really hope we actually finish that quest.
The Raven Eye village has been reduced to smoking ruins by the Sahagin attacks.
Bum, bum, bum. I forget what I was saying. It's late. I think all I was saying was... Oh, is it faster to... Yes. It's faster to recall and then step back in than it is to walk. We have one quest left. So popping back into House Kundaric, back into the Red Fens. We do need to re-summon our hireling. And here we go. All of the end quests or end rewards can have named items. There we go. Elder's Focus. I mean, it's better than what we have. Sure. Give me some more mana. Where'd you go, item? We don't need Constitution +3 because our belt is Constitution +4. So this is just more mana. That's all that matters there. Give me the good gloves. Do we get the gloves? We got nothing. There's a wand of detect secret doors. Unfortunately, wands need use magic device to use. So wizard, sorcerer, warlock, and bard can just cast the spell, right? They don't need the wand. Wow, a level 0 magnetism helm. I'm going to take this mystical bottle. It's for the crafting. I don't do any crafting, but if I do someday, I'll have a bunch of the random ingredients. Here we go. Here's a couple more named item options. Shaman beads. Charisma. I don't think we're wearing a very good charisma item. Ooh, or constitution. We're going to go charisma. I don't think we care about evocation focus. Oh, but the constitution plus a resistance? Whatever. I'm going to go charisma. I have it. So we're going to give up those spell points we just got. Because I suspect... Am I just really bad at spotting? Yes. I suspect we're not wearing a good item. We were not wearing a charisma item at all. Our main stat, people. Our main stat. We were level 13 and haven't even been wearing a charisma item. In other news, now that we've done the first 3, we have access to the last quest. So, unfortunately, there's no teleporter to take us to it. It's literally the very far... It's over here. We have to go all the way up there. I usually don't go this way, but... I think it'll be okay. Assuming I can... I don't think I can jump high enough to get up there. We gotta go around no matter what. Again, don't fall in the giant hole in the middle of the map, which is... I think it's in there? Or am I in the hole? I hope I'm not in the hole. There it is. There's the hole. Don't fall in there. You gotta backtrack pretty far to get out. I'm always paranoid about falling in there. Oh, that's the end of the map. Strangely enough, we've hit the end of the map, right? But that's the way we need to go. We're looking for like this little stream right here. We can go up and follow the stream farther north than we were allowed to go previously. Still following the stream under the little waterfall. And around the corner, we're going to find a Sahagin. And a shrine. But more importantly, a Sahagin.
From atop this overlook, the Sahagin's underwater base is clearly visible in the inlet.
Send me in. So, why is it a Sahagin we're talking to? Turns out, part of the reason that the Sahagin are even doing all of this stuff to the Drow is there was a kind of hostile takeover of who was in charge.
A Sahagin priest tends a glowing
There is currently a civil war going on.
like water, and you feel you could just step right
And so if we can go handle
to enter.
the loyalists, rebel contact Vitskata here, Vizera,
You have met with a rebel leader. Now you must find the two
he will
little prisons that
help
divide
us
the
take
Drow
over
soldiers.
the underwater
Will you
Sahagin
your objective, the High
fortress. So you'll notice we are in a little bubble. That's how we can breathe. You are... That's not as bad as it used to be. You are used to have like a really slow lead up. Like you were still swimming, even though you have the bubble. But it was like ice physics to get moving. It was slow, but you only actually need to run into the door on that I just ran in, and the door on the opposite side. Like you don't really need to clear out anybody on the
A Sahagin mage
water overworld bit.
to force a group of scrags into some kind of mining operation. A group of guards watched nervously.
So look, they've literally mind controlled. They've got the little mind control hat. They've literally mind controlled these water trolls to dig for them. And even if I run over here and specifically kill the mage, these scrag will still attack me. And those ones down there, even though they're fighting the Sahagin and they don't know that I freed them, right? So we'll just let them fight. You can just keep on working, I guess. You had to hit the trolls. I do like that because we are underwater, right? We're at the Sahagin base. They are not expecting us. We have the element of surprise. They're just sitting around overseeing the scrag. They have no idea that I'm here until I run in the room and stab them. Makes things a lot easier. This guy doesn't even have a hat. That scrag was just like, everybody else is mining. I want to mine too. I'll be the best mining. Never mind that most of these guys were like enslaved and mind controlled to make them work. Again, look at the lighting in here. Look at the pretty crystals. You know, Scrags, you really don't have to attack me. Alright. I want to say we're basically through this section. Can't be that much more of this cave. Yep, there's the end. Okay, so there are a couple of Water elementals we kind of fight.
The grey skin of these Sahagin mark them as rebels. They greet
Hello,
them
rebels.
warily.
Okay. Pressure sensitive gate. As soon as you step on the metal part, right? As soon as you step on the metal plate right here, you just fall in. Boop.
The High Mage sits perched above it.
So there's an imprisoned heart of water up here.
Mage, for the moment, is a
There is the mage, and he has a scrag mutant. Which doesn't look all that different to me. Oh, he's monologuing, and when he's done monologuing, he's going to make this thing attack. We're going to stab it. Then he'll run down to attack us. We're going to stab him.
The High Mage's concentration falters, and his personal shield and a barrier to the north vanish.
So, now that we've killed this scrag, we're allowed to walk through the door up and fight the wizard. Apparently, the hireling already took a shot at him. Oh, God damn it. That one's on me. This is why OSHA insists on handrails. So we're going to unimprison the Heart of Water by crushing that ice. And we move on. We have to free the water elemental on the other side now. Back to the deep. So it puts us in the corner. We need to get all the way to the left side of the map. Preferably without having a bunch of dudes chasing us the entire time. Although I feel like the hireling is just popping them like piñatas as we go by. It used to be that your fire spells, you couldn't even try casting them underwater. And I used to believe that the Sahagins still do take double damage from electricity because you're underwater, electricity is conductive, all that. You know, same thing every other game does when you mix water and electricity. Just walking. Not even fighting. Just how long it takes to walk from one end to the other. So the Royal Temple. Not the palace, the temple.
To your surprise, a Drow woman slips out of the shadows. She
So,
beckons you closer.
we are again freeing slaves. Thank you, door, for finally opening. Thank you, Sahagin, for showing off why I like that attack. Whoop. We have some corrupted water elementals we need to take out.
Yet the spirits seem preoccupied with some internal struggle. If you keep your distance, they might.
So, the slaves are in... Oh, hello, other one. The slaves are held by hold person. You need to kill the mages to break the concentration. Pull the lever. Priest of the Depths. And now I can talk to this guy. And this guy. And that one. This is the secret door that I'm directing them to. There's the lady who we met at the entrance. This guy still being blue means there is another... Like, I didn't kill the mage that was holding him. I just killed a mage. I want to say this is the one that'll get the guy in the middle. It's almost not worth me even swinging sometimes with the way this hireling is. Oh, surprise. I was right. Alright, 3 slaves left to free. I think there's a door right here. And then I think there's one on the right. And... oh, right. Prisoner. I knew that. Kind of expecting a lever or something. I don't know why. I know that there's no... I know there's no lever in there. These are specifically and exclusively just so that you can do the optional.
Without a word, another Drow scampers into the shadows, seeking teasers.
The way we need to go is this door that's probably been open for a while. But it's definitely open now. Oh, come on. Stop running away. You're just gonna come chase me the second I ignore you. I think we're pretty much at the end of this side. Alright, I was kind of hoping that that was the exit and not just more guys, but... what? Apparently I haven't hit enough levers? Yeah, I think I got turned around. I suspect that's the way we came in. Yeah, okay. Forward. Forward, not backwards. Looking for levers. There's apparently a treasure chest back here. Not even locked. I'll take this mushroom, because I can. Now it's mine. Can't have it back. You can have it back. Alright. We're almost at the end. I feel like we've done this before. Where is this lever that I am supposedly missing, besides the one on the other side? Gain entry. I'm in. Nobody's contesting that. What am I forgetting? Did I run past an enemy I'm supposed to kill? Honestly not sure what's going wrong here. Do I get a bonus chest for saving all your guys? Nope, she just teleports out. I don't remember having a problem with this before. probably just because I'm tired. But I'm pushing Q. I'm looking for levers. Apparently I missed this very early Sahagin group. I mean, was that it? Was there just one too many priests still alive? I mean, yeah, maybe go this way. The only thing we've done different is we killed the guys on that one offshoot. Man. If I would have known that they're... I don't know. Never mind. What's important, we can beat on this thing to free the water elemental, and if we get it free before the fight's over, she actually helps us. Unfortunately, I didn't do it fast enough for them to not summon water elementals after me. I almost said bottle elementals, which would be a funny way to transport a water elemental. Just capture it, stick it in a water bottle, throw it at someone like a Pokeball. Alright, gain entry into the North Palace. Now we may move towards ending the quest and the chain. We need to literally go into the middle. Which, as usual, takes a little longer than it should, but gives you another chance to potentially kill those things for bonus XP. There's no rares out here. There's no explorer points. It's not really a adventure area. It's more of a... It's definitely closer to... What's it called? I can't remember its name now. It'll come to me. Or it won't. Or you can insert your own idea of whatever noun I was trying to come up with. Proper noun.
With the elemental prisons destroyed,
all right.
guardians have abandoned their posts at the palace gate.
Since we did the two sides and freed the water elementals are not holding the force field here, so we can actually access it. And then we do another very short section of running through hallways killing things. You can see the rebels have been busy. The rebels are not just hoping that we take the Death Star out for them. They're helping. Down we go. Yeah, my buffs are fine. What about cold resist? And acid resist. Why not? Hello, High Priestess. Obviously, she's being possessed by yonder devil, which I believe is what they wanted the planar fetter for. I think it'll anchor him to this world so that he can, like the demon, anchor him so that he can wreak havoc. Either that or they were using the planar fetter and maybe that's what froze those water elementals so they couldn't escape. Alright, how much How much taunting before you try to come and fight me yourself? Oh, here we go. Here we go. And we're smiting. Here we go. Here we go. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Like, seriously? Did you seriously run down the other stairwell? Are we Scooby-Dooing this? And dead.
The demon within roars with frustration. Its host on this plane now lost.
That's a quanky demon. Lost its host and everything. I'm just going to get myself some treasure here. Actually, I'm also going to tell her to rest. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go kill the demon. Come on. Up. Okay, let's go. So, the High Priestess is down with a Landwalker's help. So now the Sahagin are going to stop messing with the Drow. The Drow get their village back. The Drow got their Claw of Volkur. They got their 4 extra Scaro. We've saved all the slaves. Now to drop into this bottomless pit. Remember, when you're feather falling long distances, you are now allowed... Oh, you're fucking kidding me, it doesn't work. Anywhere else but underwater, you can hold the shift key and you will sink straight to the bottom. Why doesn't this work for water? So at the so this was being held shut by the High Priestess. This was protecting the demon, the actual demon that was doing all the problems. So we're going to just boopity boop boop boop. Let's be real. We're already kind of at the tipping point of don't screw with me if you're a demon. What normally happens in that fight? Spell warded. So you start hitting him, and he has like multiple damage gates where you can't hurt him past that point. Well, you can't. Well, he'll teleport around and open a portal, and flesh renders come out of the portal. So you have to run over, attack the portal to close it, deal with the flesh renders, and then get back on damaging the boss. Because this boss is stronger than normal. It's not supposed to just be a curb stomp. I'm 4 levels over, and I'm on normal mode. That boss is hard when you're running it at level on harder elite. Alright, time to get our second to last reward. A belt. Disease proof and armor? Nah. Is that all we got? Oh, we got the pea shooter, but I'm not an artificer. Yeah, I don't think the Siren's belt is worth using. So I'm going to go with Mystical Bottle. We get one more. I'm reasonably certain we get one more reward. Maybe not. We're going to go recall, step back in, and see if I get a reward for finishing the entire chain. Because often you'll get like the reward for that quest, but then you talk to the quest giver or the chain giver. Get a nice extra treasure. What do you mean, what am I doing? Fathom the depths, marked done on. Well, apparently, He's stingy, and he's not going to give me a present. I'm leaving. So, Red Fens pack. It's got a big adventure area. These have epic modes. I believe this area's items also just got an update. So not only do they have a regular, like, level 9 version, and they have the level 20 version, they made level 30 versions of everything, which you can just upgrade the one you have. So it's got some gear. It's got heroic and epic. The areas are all colorful and different looking, and the quests are not at all the same. One of them is, like, supposed to be stealth, one of them's arena, and one of them is swimming? I think the only thing I don't like about this chain is that you can't take all 4 quests at the start. So I hate that I have to do the first 3 quests, go back, then go all the way up to the top, and then go back. Well, potentially for an end reward. I didn't get one this time. I will admit, I usually skip this pack. Because I don't... When I'm just running through, it's just the fact that I have to walk all the way across the wilderness to get to the quest is usually enough for me to skip the quest. But they're not bad quests. There's actually a lot of reasons why you should buy this pack, so you should at least heavily consider it when it's on sale. It is definitely not a requirement. Because even after the upgrades, they haven't really... Like, I can't think of any of the items off the top of my head. Like, I definitely haven't bothered actually making any of them. I like that they did it. I love that they did it. I love that the devs took some time, went back, and made more versions of this old loot at a higher level that you can grind the pieces for to get. I love that. I want them to do that more. Tangleroot, please. But as far as Red Fens, it feels very solidly middle of the pack. You get 4 quests, which is not a lot, but you get an adventure area. Get it on sale. It won't hurt you. But it also won't hurt you to skip it. Especially because we're done with level 9 already. We're done with level 9. You know what comes after level 9? Level 10. Level 10's a big level. Unfortunately, level 10 is also kind of short on free quests. But there are free quests. There are 3 of them. Which is more than 9. More than the level 9s had. So, next time, start in on the level 10 quests. Start with the free ones like always. So, we will see you there. Thanks for watching.